Okay, so, two videos in one day. I am shocked, but just as shocked as probably you are, if not more. So, a couple of days ago, today is Sunday. It's September 7th, Sunday, September 7th, sorry. A couple of days ago, Palia released a video, a short little video, of their development roadmap for the next patch 0.195. Now, I'm going to play the video and then I'm going to go over what I see in the video, like everything that I've kind of picked out and seen in the video. And then I'm going to give you my kind of take on it, or how I feel about it, or something along those lines. So, without further ado, we are going to get started on the video.
Hey everyone, I'm Maxwell, the Director of Production here at Singularity 6, working on Palia. I want to welcome you all to our Fall 2025 version of Palia Path. Today we're going to be looking at some features coming in our upcoming patch 195 of Barns and Briars, the first in our Fall Fantasy series of patches. We're also going to be taking a look at upcoming features and content coming later down the road, so let's dive in. One of the most requested features for Palia of all time is animal husbandry, and today we're really happy to reveal what we're calling the ranching skill. When the patch goes live, Delilah's going to come by your plot and introduce you to your very own ranch. At your ranch, you can rear and raise up to 30 animals. In fact, as your little one grows, it has a chance to develop new traits that provide unique visual and gameplay benefits, which can be passed down to their offspring. Last time we talked about this feature, we mentioned that ranching would be good solo, better together, like all of our other skills. However, in patch 195, we are restricting it to only solo play. This will give you an opportunity to build up your pen before we open multiplayer up sometime further down the road. One of the things you're going to be able to do is purchase the ability to bring one of your animals out as your follow pet into the world and show it off to other players. We also have a ton of ideas for new traits to be added over time, and as you said before, we plan to continue to add more animals into this system, including in upcoming patches during the Fall Fantasy season. We're also introducing Homelines, a new series of homes starting with the Tamala-inspired Alchemist Cottage. Homelines aren't just static structures like the Grand Harvest House. This is an evolution of the housing system that emphasizes more customization and flexibility. At launch, you can expect to play with a variety of add-ons like chimneys, dormers, and even some eaves or ivy. You can even create multiple stories by just placing a building on top of another. With Homelines, we're also relaxing some of the rules that were present from the Harvest House, allowing you to create some things that don't always look so great. We have some confidence you're going to make it look amazing anyways. Now, this isn't the final version of Homelines. We expect to iterate on Homelines' acquisition, progression, and even how you engage with the system over time. So we're very excited for players to play with this in patch 195 and tell us what they like or don't like about the system. Now, some of you may have noticed the Galder statue looks a little bit different now, and that's because we wanted to expand your friendship options with the Gardener Friendship questline. And for the first time ever, you're going to be able to invite the Gardener to live on your own housing plot. And that's not all the questing we've got in Barns and Briars. We're going to be launching a new bulletin board quest and bundles themed around the cozy and rustic countryside, supporting the new ranching skill. Completing the bundles will unlock the farmhouse decor set. But don't worry, we plan to make it unlockable via ranching medals in the future. We felt like this would be a faster way for you to acquire it than if we had just simply put it in the skill shop to begin with. In addition to the bundle, you'll be able to complete daily bite-sized quests, which can be found under the new Dailies tab in the feature guide. The more daily quests you complete, the more Tailor tickets you'll earn. Tailor tickets are a new form of currency which will allow you to unlock certain cosmetic options. To start, you can spend your tickets on new hair and makeup colors. Now, we're starting with thousands of colors at launch, but you can expect color options to dramatically expand, including branded palettes tied to Palia's world. We'll talk more about Tailor tickets in just a moment. Now let's take a look at some features coming soon to Palia. As we enter the later half of the year, we're bringing back some fan favorite celebrations and seasonal content. But of course, we want to make sure returning players have something new and engaging to discover. One of the ways we see this happening is through themed bulletin board quests that tie into these festive events, and of course, new content you can acquire during them. You've asked us for more ways to engage and interact with your friends and other players out in the world. You'll soon be able to create your very own unique player profiles to show off your personality and accomplishments. On your own profile, you'll be able to share things like your plot value, skill levels, and even romance pins if you're feeling flirty. Now, whether you're a cozy fashionista, skill level completionist, or just here for the vibes, Player Profiles is intended to serve as a new avenue for self-expression and connection. Back to Taylor tickets. For a long time, you've been asking us for more ways to show off while you're out and about. Though we're just starting with hair and makeup colors and palettes, as we move forward, we have plans to add many new earnable items, such as new hairstyles, additional makeup patterns, and eventually, some earnable outfit pieces that are unique to this system. The palettes you can unlock will be able to use to freely dye your outfits, both free and premium. We've got a ton of feedback from all of you that you like an outfit, but maybe not the available colors. Or maybe you're trying to mix and match two different outfits, but it doesn't quite work because you don't have the color you want. So we're super excited to see all the new fits you can dream up once this goes live in a future patch. You might have noticed a theme around several of the topics we discussed today. We view Palia as a place that celebrates creativity and expression, where you're able to show off your greatest dream home, your unique animal, to finding your very own look. You're starting to see the first few steps of this plan with tailored tickets, palettes, and profiles. But there's a lot of pieces to this puzzle and a lot of parts of the game that we think need to improve to make this experience a reality. One of those, for example, is Palia's photography system. We know many of you have given feedback about it, that it could use a number of improvements. And please continue to send us those thoughts, as it's a system we're heavily looking at right now of how we improve it. We also want to assure you that we're continuing to work and experiment on features mentioned during our last Palia path, such as the Build Together shared housing, and of course, our next adventure zone. Now on that front, we have a direction we're very excited about, and the team is already exploring the early stages of prototyping, blocking out the map, and figuring out all the content you're going to be able to discover throughout the zone. But as we said before, it's going to be a little bit before we share details. So once again, thank you all for your continued support of Palia. We hope you enjoyed the look at upcoming features, and until next time, take care.
Okay, so going over everything that they just said. Let's see. So let's start. I'm gonna scrub the video real quick to get where we need to be. Okay, so the ranching skill. Here, I've been wanting something like this in this game specifically because of the animals that they have currently in the game in Delilah and Badru's home plot or home area. I'm gonna be so honest with you. I am so excited for the ranching skill, because there's like I don't know, I want to see how they do this. I want to see how they do the animals, how they do their skill building thing. You know what I mean? They're kind of how they work basically. So we have the big Oramu, this thing right here. This is one of the animals we can get, plus the chickens. But there is more. So right here. Sorry. There is like a traits tree. We have Chomp, we have Clearance, Egg Brett, Lenny, Little Clucky, Nugget, and then for a bee we have Bizbuzz, which I'm assuming each of these traits have something in common with like the gardening. So Bizbuzz, I'm assuming, is like in effect for like quality. I think I'm gonna say it's gonna be quality Bizbuzz. Or we have Clearance. I'm not too sure what Clearance could be, but I'm gonna say that the chicken's gonna end up clearing or eating the the weeds that we currently have in game for our gardening, or the garden area. So I'm assuming that the chickens will either eat something off of the garden or clear something off the garden, like I said, the weeds that are on there. For the bees, I'm assuming that if they pollinate them, that again, this is all assumption because again, we don't know. But I have a feeling that each animal is going to have a specific thing that they'll do in the garden. Or with the Oromus, maybe they'll be able to give us, I don't know, a special kind of fertilizer. What that fertilizer could be, I honestly don't know. So I'm assuming that the animals, I'm hoping, this is me hoping, because honestly I don't know, I'm just as clueless as the rest of us. So I'm hoping that the animals will play into something with the garden, or give us items that we can use in recipes. So moving on. Let's see. See, I like how they did this here, because we have one that's egg, the chomp, which is on the right hand side, or excuse me, or we have the egg Brett. I'm assuming the mom, the dad, left and right, respectively. Each trait will have a, obviously, chance to end up on the egg or that other hatchling or animal that they breed, which is really cool, because mixing and matching their traits could give us something a bit better, like again, like an item, or the way that they move around on the for certain things. Sorry, like I said, the garden, or flowers, or I don't know, just something in general, right? So I'm honestly really interested to see what these animals will bring to the game, just besides their cute little faces, right? Because who's gonna sit here and not say that they're gonna be fucking cute? Moving on though. Let's see. The new house editing stuff. I'm not one to do house plots. You'll know, like, if you've seen the Palia videos earlier, like the most recent video before this one, you'll notice my plot is very bare, and that's more by design, because I'm not one that does plot building or plot editing, or I don't know, I don't really do the whole plot thing. That's not to say that this isn't freaking cool, because currently in the game, they like, yeah, you can buy and build new kind of house upgrades, but the thing is, they're not really editable. You know what I mean? They're like he said, like this guy said, they're stationary, so they're not editable, and they don't really have anything to change. With the new kind of building system, you can see here that we have more options for doorways, or if we even want to, what I'm assuming is just a plain wall. So if we want to end up closing off the area here, we can, or however that would go, right? So there's more options, and I'm honestly, I'm happy about that, because there are some players on Palia who make some really cool house plots, which I am envious for, because as someone that doesn't do the house building, it's not really my thing. And I love seeing it because there's just so much creativity within the house plots. But moving on, let's continue. We can see here that there's a player, you know, editing the kind of, I don't know what the hell they call that, but basically editing the outside of the house to make it look however they want. Now, let's see. This is another thing that's really, really cool, because you couldn't put stairs. There is a house that has like a second floor. I put quotations behind that second floor because it's not really open and you can't really do anything besides go up into that area and put like items on the wall or placing furniture down on the area. But there's no way to edit the walls or do what they're going to be doing in this newest update. So I'm excited for that, because I may or may not, I don't know yet. I may, after looking at this, I may want to edit the plot, honestly. I'm not going to worry about this this new quest line, because I'm nowhere near that. So I wouldn't really know how any of that would go. So I'm not going to put my 2 cents into that. There is a new quest. So apparently this guy is going to be a new kind of friendship, or a friend. I don't know what it is, honestly. They're saying it's a gardener, but I have no idea. Now here's where I'm interested, because I saw something in the newest kind of snippet that they showed us for the new bulletin board. Oh, wait, before we get into that though, there is new items. Obviously I see apples, but I see something like I see this. I don't know if that's going to be a new fruit. I'm hoping that's a new fruit, because if it is, that would be cool, because we don't have very many fruits in the game. We have, what is it? We have blueberries and we have apples, which is about it. I would like to see new fruits in the game. Plus, I'm assuming these are going to be consumables, if not decor items. I would really like to see new fruits in the game, because that would be cool. I feel like we don't have enough fruits. We have enough of everything else. We have the beans, we have pumpkins, we have wheat, tomatoes, rice, and a whole host of other things. But we don't have enough fruit items, you know what I mean? And then, hold on. Okay, hold on. Let me see if I can go frame by frame here. So there was something here that I wanted to see. Playback speed. Let's see if that works. Nope, no. Oh, there we go. Okay. So obviously we have the new bulletin board. I don't know if that's probably not a new seed. That's probably a new fertilizer, honestly. That might be something, yeah, that might be a fertilizer. I don't know. That might actually be a fertilizer. Or like a special item. It looks like a carrot. Oh no! You know what that is? Never mind. That's not even a fertilizer or a new item or a new crop. That's for the pets, or the barn animals. Let's see. Oh, wait, aha, here. So over here, there seems to be like a new item. I know this is a bone. This is for the animals. I'm assuming this is for the animals as well. And I'm assuming that each new item for the animals has a special ability or trait or buff or something like that. But again, there's so much in this that it's like insane. Moving forward, we have the bundle boards, and then oh wait. So this is okay, great. So they have a new kind of area. I don't think this was in the game before. So we have the new bundle board under the accomplishments, or next to the accomplishments, plus we have daily quests. So each daily quest is going to be from a different character in Palia. So for this one, they're showing us Delilah's. She wants Briar Patch, which is a Briar Daisy, and an Elderwood item, which is a Flotato. For this, okay, so that's really cool. And then wait, this is okay. No, yeah. Sorry, I'm way too excited. I'm way too excited. I got so confused as to why this was here that I'm like, that's supposed to be the Elderwood. I thought this was never mind. Never mind. I'm getting way too excited. I'm sorry. So we get 3 tickets. I don't know what they're called. They're basically the tickets to edit our character. I don't know. But so each character will most likely every day will have a different thing that they want, or 2 different things that they want. And I'm assuming that this won't be a friendship deal. It'll just be the tickets, because I mean that's all I see there. So I'm assuming that even though we could do it with friendship, it's not going to be friendship. So they're tailored tickets, of course. And here's where, again, I'm not really one for editing anything. There are people that I'm pretty sure that would love to do this. I don't know. Maybe I would be into this. This isn't. Again, this I haven't even tested it out, so I would have to test it out to really give it a try and really see how it would go. So I'm assuming that if you buy, so it says here, are you sure you want to unlock number 18, which is, I'm assuming this is either 18 colors or item number 18, which is whatever clothing item that is, right? And it's color, sorry. And it's 1 ticket. So I'm assuming that each time you unlock a color, it's either going to be 1 ticket, or they may end up raising the price for each ticket or each color, which I'm pretty sure that wouldn't be the case. It would be 1 ticket per color. And there it is being unlocked. There are so many colors to choose from. I am like, wow. And I'm wondering what these are. So are they just different color variations? Or does each one have something different? Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. So, okay. We get the ranching skill, we get the alchemist cottage, gardener friendship quest, which I don't even know what that is or how to do that or where that is. And I'm assuming that's going to be locked until we get to a certain point in game for me at least. We get the Taylor tickets and we get the new bulletin board quests. Let's see. Oh, and then here's the thing. I don't think I've ever done, not even on my personal thing, I don't think I've done any of the like limited time events, basically. Refresh seasonal celebrations. So on top of the dynamic events that we currently have, I'm assuming that each new season, both in real life and in game, will change. Both figuratively and literally. You know what I mean? So we'll have, like, it's going to be fall soon, right? October brings fresh air, cooler air, basically, and lower temperatures. I don't know how they're going to work. I'm honestly, I don't even think they're going to do weather events in game, but that would be cool to see. Honestly, seeing a weather event in game would be awesome. Don't get me wrong. I love the way it looks currently, but it could use some other dynamic weather events or something to that extent, right? And so this, I don't know. That I don't know. So let's see. Okay, here's where it gets interesting too, because edit character profile. I would like to see something where, okay, hold on. I'm sorry, I'm getting so confused. What the hell is this yellow thing? What is that? And this one. And on top of that, these two, what are they? I want to know so badly that it's killing me. Because obviously they're for the new branch animals. But what the heck are they? So moving on. Sorry. I am so sorry. I am so excited for this new ranch skill that it's Okay, moving on. So editing character. Technically, you're not editing a character, you're editing the profile for an in-game character. What I would like to see, I don't know, I want to see maybe adding a character deletion is overkill, but you know, if you want I would like to see something where you could either reset your character completely, like skills and I want to say quest, but the quest I don't think would do well. You know what I mean? Or to an extent, let us choose or redo our kind of like quest line dialogue, if that makes sense, or dialogue in general, to where I've heard that there's like certain wreaths in game that you get from when you complete the Shep quest or find your Shep quest. And I would like to see something where if you want, you can either keep your current reef that you have, or have something where it's like you can keep that reef, right? You can keep the reef, but if you want to collect the other ones, you can do that. Have it to where if you want, you can reuse or redo dialogue, or to an extent, have it where you can maybe buy the reefs that you want. I don't know. I may be explaining it weirdly, but that would be cool. Having a way to buy other items that are to an extent no longer available or can no longer be obtained after a certain quest, like the reef that I mentioned. That would be cool. I see something. Sorry, I am getting ahead of myself. Or I'm not getting ahead of myself, but so here's the rancher skill. So it's going to be in between the gardener skill and the mining skill, which is cool. What is this? Because it's not gold. What is that? Is that specifically for the ranching? Like, is this item? Well, no, because there's items here that would most likely be for ranching. Is this for the bulletin board? What is this? What is that? I don't. We have our arrows and items for bug catching, fishing, and hunting. We have all that in here. We have quest items here. But now we have a new tab. What is that? Anyways, moving on. So character profile, Palian profiles. Again, basically, if you want, you can show off your plot value, accomplishments. Basically, I feel like this is just for the completionists, honestly. Or if you just want a profile for a character and you want to make it a fun little thing. This is for more of the completionist people that like to do that. Which, I mean, that's fair. You worked really hard on it, on everything, and you want to show it off, which is fair. So that I honestly, I really like that. So now under this tab, whatever this tab is, I've never seen this tab, honestly. So we have view character profile, we have the add friend thing, and we have the invite to party button. So now anytime let's just say it's a random person and we want to see if they have a new profile or a character profile or whatever, right? You can have that option. You can look into their profile and see who they are or how far along they are in the game, if they've done that, right? Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. So I'm assuming, I think they are doing hair. They're adding new hairstyles. It might not be. Hold on, let me re-watch right there.
For a long
Oops. wrong way to play it. Normal.
tickets. For a long time, you've been asking us for more ways to show off while you're out and about. Though we're just starting with hair and makeup colors and palettes, as we move forward, we have plans to add many new earnable items, such as new hairstyles, additional makeup patterns, and eventually, some earnable outfit pieces that are unique to this system. The palettes you can unlock will be able to use to freely dye your outfits, both free and premium. We've got a ton of feedback from all of you that you like an outfit, but maybe not the available colors.
Okay, so currently there's not going to be any new items in the game at launch or at this new patch launch, right? Later down the line, though, there is going to be items that are earnable, like hair and clothing items. So that honestly makes sense. Moving on, though, I don't know where to even begin, where to start, how to feel. Like, there is just so much happening. So over here we have coming soon. We have refresh seasonal celebrations. So that's probably going to be the next update, and like after this one. So probably 1.0.1196, if that makes sense. Palia profiles again, probably 1 point or 0.196, and I'm assuming enhanced player expressions is going to be 0.197, if not earlier. Where they're going to add more ranching animals, so that's going to be cool. So at the start of this new patch, it's going to be just the Ormus, the bees, and the chickens. Later on, they're going to add more animals, which is going to be insane, because I have a feeling these animals are going to have some really big things happening on the plot. And then more community events, which is going to be interesting. Photo mode is, I don't really use photo mode. That'll be cool to do though. And then we have the shared plots in the next one of the next updates. I don't know when. No one really knows when. Whenever Palia decides, or whenever Singularity 6 decides to kind of give us that information, that'll happen. We have here's where, since I'm nowhere near Elderwood anyways, I'm still excited, because a new area means new things to find, probably new characters to see, if not returning characters or the same characters. I don't know. There is just so much happening that I am excited, and internally I'm freaking out, because obviously sorry, woo, give me a second. Okay, so obviously I'm excited because this patch that's coming out on Wednesday, we have the ranching skill, we have new decor items, new buildable house areas, things, or whatever you want to call it. We have a new friendship that we can do. Not at the start, but when we do get to that. Taylor tickets is going to be interesting to see. And of course, the new bulletin board bundle. So here's where I'm going to end the video with our little conversation. So the most recent bulletin board that we just had, I felt was so underwhelming. Don't get me wrong. I loved some of the items and the way that the bulletin board was set. Okay, so here's the thing. I liked the bulletin board that we just had. What I didn't like was how, I don't know, what we had to do for that bulletin board to get the items. It felt underwhelming, because the items were, of course, nameplates, flowers, and the friendship that for Kenley. Here's the thing. Don't get me wrong. I love the nameplates, because normally, under normal circumstances, the nameplates have to be bought. You can't, a lot of them can't be obtained in any other way. You have to physically buy them. So having nameplates tied to the bulletin board was actually really good. I liked that. I could have done, though, without the flowers that we got in the bulletin board. So once we completed each item or each bundle, besides the nameplates and the friendship points, we got flowers. I'll be honest with you, the flowers could have honestly just not been an item to be obtained in the bulletin board, because I believe for the most part those specific flowers can be found through the new dynamic event in Kilima. So I feel like they could have done a bit better with the items. I don't know, maybe a Zeki coin or an old clothing item. I don't know. Something that would have been a lot better than flowers. Keep the nameplate. I love the nameplates, so I don't mind the nameplates. Flowers is you know, there's so many flowers that is just flowers are flowers at this point, right? And on top of that, there is a limit to how many flowers you can have on your plot anyways. So that would mean you would have to either delete a lot of the flowers that you have if you have duplicates like I do, or if you just have one of so many flowers that you just plant them on your plot. Which I feel like they should raise the flower limit on the plot, or not even have it as a limit. You know what I mean? Because again, there are so many flowers that can be placed that you'll fill up the limits pretty quickly, especially if you have multiple of the same flower, especially if you have like 4 or 5 of the same flower and you're continuously watering them and replanting them. You'll fill up that thing really quickly. So I'm hoping that the new bulletin board, obviously we saw one of the items that is obtainable in the bulletin board, and I'm wondering what the hell that is, because again, if it's something for the ranch, then that is going to be awesome. But I'm more interested in knowing what the hell it does. Anyways, I hope you guys have a good day, good week, good month, good year, good whenever you're watching this. And I will catch you guys in the new update on Thursday, because Wednesday, I don't know if we'll be able to play it on Thursday or Wednesday. And on top of that, I have an appointment on Wednesday, so I'm not even going to be able to make a video. So that's why we're doing 2 videos today. But that is it for me. Bye. Lastly, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the post notification bell so you never miss a video when I post. To the right of your screen will be a video that YouTube thinks you'll like. To the left of your screen will be a video that I've posted. With all that being said, I hope you guys have a wonderful week, day, month, year. Whenever you're watching this, stay healthy, stay happy, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!